Good afternoon. I would like to welcome everyone to the new Franklin County Riverbend Fire Station, now known as Station Number 10. This project started 10 months ago with assistance from our architect and engineering firm, DLZ, and our general contractor, Meyer Midwest. This site was bare and undeveloped. There were some utilities out in the street, but this has been a full comprehensive project from ground up. I would like to take this opportunity as the project manager on this to recognize the local Franklin County businesses that participated in this project. As stated earlier, DLZ, represented by Bing Ewing, was our architectural and engineering firm. Meyer Midwest was our general contractor. Arts Electric did our cabling and communication. C.C. Moore Company did our site excavation. DNS Plumbing did all of our plumbing fixtures. Hills Electric had our general electrical contract, and McAllen Solutions did our data for us. It's been an honor and a pleasure to work on this project. I would like to thank the Franklin County Fiscal Court for having confidence in me and my ability to manage this project on behalf of the court, to ensure that this project was completed on time and safely. I would like to note there were no documented injuries on this project. It was very safe. Meyer Midwest did a great job with that, coordinating subcontractors and the like. I'm very proud to have been part of it. And once again, I'd like to thank the court. I would like to thank my wife and daughter for enduring my eagerness for future concrete pours in the morning and watching paint dry. But this was a great opportunity. I appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert. And I want to say that as we are still paying the bills, but most of them are in, as you know, that you're always going to be, there's this or that has to be done, and those have been held at a minimum, and it's because of the great work of Robert Hewitt. I estimate that Robert has saved the county anywhere between $200,000 and $250,000 by taking this project on. So a great big round of applause goes to Robert Hewitt in getting this done. This is Franklin County's home fire department. This is something that has been in the works for a long time, been talked about, and this is the next step in showcasing the firemen and what we have to offer our residents in Franklin County. This is a showpiece. This is, without question, the nicest fire station in Franklin County, and we're proud of it. I hope you're proud of it, because this is your home, firemen. Today, as we celebrate this, I look out in the audience and I see John Sauer, a city commissioner here, former mayor. John, thank you for representing the city. Appreciate you being here today. Thank you very much. Also, I look around, I see our sheriff's department over there. Sheriff and Alvin, thank you for being here today. Appreciate you being here. Tommy Russell, our emergency management coordinator. And Tommy, just for your FYI, you already know this, but there's a room in case, God forbid, there is ever an emergency in Franklin County. We have a space built in back there for us to work out of. Thank you for being here today too, Tommy. I also want to say something, I'm going to bring him up in just a moment, about Bing Ewing and Bing Ewing's efforts in designing, the architectural firm from DLZ, and what a great job they have been and have done to save us money, to keep things going. And I didn't say this at first, the cost was a little bit over budget, but not much. But most importantly, it was done on time, and that's a big thanks to the architectural firm of DLZ and Bing Ewing. Bing, thank you very much for your hard work. Next, the contractor from Frankfort, and I know he was proud, and we are very proud that he got the job. And I'll have to say this, that It was a year ago. Quite honestly, Robert, I guess almost exactly a year ago, we were looking at contractors. We put out the bid for contractors for this facility. And they weren't the low bidder, but they were in the ballpark. But the low bidder, I don't want to talk bad about somebody, but I'm not even going to mention name, but I've got to say this. The low bidder is the same company that started the plant board building the same time that the state started the state office building up on Sauer Boulevard above the credit union. The state building is about 4 or 5 times bigger than the plant boards building. The state is moved in. The plant board is not even close to being finished yet. So we picked a great company in Meyer Midwest and Greg Meyer. Greg, thank you for all that you've done. Last but not least, this process has taken place because of the fiscal court. I want to recognize the magistrates, and they're sitting here. And I'm going to leave a couple. I'm going to say a couple of them. Say something about a couple of them at the end. But let's talk. Let's recognize Squire Turner and his great efforts and support of getting this done. Squire Turner. Squire Tracy and his support. Thank you very much, Squire Tracy. Squire Booth, thank you for your support. Squire Sturgeon. And Squire Sturgeon was one of the original members that he knows that we've been working on this building for several years.
We go way back.
Yes, we go way back. And now I'd like to recognize the 2 people that have served on the committee that have met quite often to make this happen. It's interesting that we all sit here, we enjoy this, and we enjoy this building, and we're glad it's here. But it doesn't just happen like that. It takes a lot of behind-the-scenes work. And the 2 magistrates that were, fortunately or unfortunately, however they want to look at it, were put on the committee, the fire committee, to get this done. Did a very great job of making sure it happened. They met quite often, and I want to sing their praises. And that is, the first one is Squire Goins. Thank you so much for your service. And Squire Moore, thank you so much for your service. Both of them were on it too. Also, anytime you get into the contracts and working things out and making sure something happens, there's always a legal aspect of it. And as part of the legal aspect, I want to say thank you to Rick Sparks sitting over there for getting us through the legal aspect of all of this. Thank you, Rick. So with that, I want to bring our chief up. And before I do, I want to recognize our chief. And I say to you, firemen, you're awesome. But you also have an awesome leader. And we are so proud of you all, and we're so proud that we are fortunate enough to have a great fire chief. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of where you've brought our fire department, where it is today, from the past, and what the future holds. Ladies and gentlemen, I want a big round of applause for our fire chief, Kevin Hutcherson. Thank you.
Judge Wells is a tough act to follow. He's thanked just about everyone. I would like to reiterate my appreciation to fiscal court and the judge and the previous administration for getting this project underway and nailed down. The fire committee spent many hard hours going over a lot of different decisions, along with Robert Hewitt, who was a partner from the very beginning, a leader throughout. Meyer Construction, Meyer Midwest did a wonderful job. Great people to to work with in completing a project like this. We're very pleased, very qualified people. The firemen. Many of you firemen have been over here to do little special details, and I appreciate no complaints. I appreciate the enthusiasm. And as far as the department being a great department, the department is nothing, absolutely nothing, without all of you there, you guys that do the job. So I appreciate you. The facility is a wonderful facility. It's exactly what we needed. The size is wonderful. Many of the ideas incorporated were brought in from the firemen, the lieutenants, the battalion chiefs. Hey, what about this? Or what about that? You know, and it's made it a pretty special facility. We're very pleased with the final outcome of it, and look forward to many years of service from this department as the main admin and the responding unit. Once again, thank everyone for coming today to honor this facility, to enjoy members, you know, that you may know within the fire department, and much appreciation. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like a man he's going to give a long speech, I know, but we'll cut him short. The magistrate from this area, he's also a original member of the court from the previous court, and this court is carried forward. He was instrumental in finding this spot, actually, and so this is in his district. And I know he's got a few words to say about this fire station. I welcome Lambert Moore. Thank you.
Yeah, very few words. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out for this, and I want to thank the previous court and Judge Collins, the previous fire chief Watts for building this company up the way he did, and current chief Hutcherson and Assistant Chief Parrish. And I think this station is going to be really good for the 6th District. It'll get shorter response times to a large part of the district, and it'll still yet be able to reach 60 and Buffalo Trace. And I think a few people have been left out, and that's the Ann Northcutt and Deputy Judge Wilson worked very hard on this also. I didn't see them getting dirty out here, but they did a whole lot. But that's about all I have, and just thank anybody I left out. Greg Meyer, I have to say, Meyer Midwest has been awesome to work with. I'd worked with him before, but just an outstanding company, and all of his people have been great to work with.
I'd like at this time Bing Ewing from DLZ to come up, and I know he'll want to go through the process, but we'll cut him short on that. Just talk about the building that you designed, Bing. Thank you. Bing Ewing, the architect of the building.
Thank you, Judge. Levity, if you would. When we started the process, I told the committees that to get a building built, there's about 35,000 decisions to be made, which scares everybody to death when you say that. I'm proud to say we've probably only made about 20,000 decisions on this project, and that's because we had a great fire committee group, we had great people on the fiscal court. When you start a project, you never anticipate having to teach people about the intricacies of door locks. Those are the things we did, and this project has been an absolute fun project for me. It was very successful. My compliments to Greg and his people. They did a super job. There wasn't any quality questions about anything that was done. Finally, I'm very proud of this building, and I'm probably going to ask the fire chief for another benefit of it. I've got a couple of grandsons that just love crawling these fire trucks, so sometime in the near future we'll be climbing on the fire trucks. Again, it was a great project. I'm very proud of it here in Franklin County. Thank you.
Last but not least, I'd like Greg Meyer to come forward and say a few words about the project itself from Meyer Midwest. Greg Meyer. Thank you, Greg.
I'd like to thank Judge Wells, Fiscal Court, Robert Hewitt, Bing Ewing, Fire Chief Hutchison, and all the subcontractors that we had, probably 20 to 25 subcontractors on this project. Stacy Lanehart was the superintendent. He was out here every day from 8-10 hours. Worked hard. I thank him for his diligence on this.
Greg, could we have Stacy hold his hand up and give a round of applause for Stacy? Because he is really...
He's worked hard. He's been here every day. And then the local subcontractors we've had, we've already mentioned them, but CC Moore and DNS Plumbing are here. They were both key in this project. The only thing, I know the first thing they were wondering, I don't know if Don Sturgeon or somebody said, "Where's the pole?" We were wondering where the pole was that the firefighters came down, and we know that's not needed, but that was kind of a funny thing.
Don's age.
Yeah, where's the pole? But that's all I have to say. I think all the decisions were made by the court, the architect, the project manager, and the chief in a very timely manner, which enabled us to move on with the project. And that's very well appreciated by us. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to kind of deter from the way the program's written, because I'm going to ask everybody to stand up and be part of the ribbon cutting and the plaque, and with that we'll just dismiss from that point. So I'm going to end with just a few closing remarks. I want to say this, that they were mentioned, but we have cookies and water, and Tambra, thank you, Tambra Herod, thank you for your work in getting that done. Ann Northcutt was mentioned earlier, but she really needs a pat on the back, because she was there getting grants, procuring money from every place she could, helping making decisions, and keeping a lot of things organized. So Ann Northcutt, you need a great big round of applause. Thank you very much. Also, Deputy Judge Jennifer Wilson was there at all of our meetings, and you talk about keeping things organized and moving. She made sure that happened, and we were on task too. Plus, she is a little upset that we're not having a veggie tray instead of cookies, but we told her to get over that. Anyway, Jennifer needs a big round of applause too. Thank you, Jennifer, for your hard work. You know, as we close this part of the dedication of the building, first of all, once we get through the procedural part, I want you to go through the building, see the building, look at it, because it is a piece of art, and it's a great building. It's something that we're very proud of, and you should be proud of as Franklin Countyans, of what we've got and what we're going to offer the community. And then this was a collaborative effort, and Chief, I'm glad you said something about the firemen had an input, because from the very beginning we said we want this to be your building, and we want you to be proud of it. We want you to feel like it is your building, and as part of that, you had input in the way it was designed. So I think I admire you, and I appreciate how you worked with them. But I'm going to say this: I have to end on a little bittersweet statement, and that is, for almost 2 years now, I've been working with the city on trying to work out an agreement, because I knew this day was coming, and it is here. and it's unfortunate that we couldn't get it worked out. But as you look out the door, as you see that building right there to your right, someday this will happen. But I hope we'll have it worked out before it does. But this is what could happen. And that could be that there be a fire in that building or that house or that apartment building or right over here, this commercial building, and we can't go to it because we don't have an agreement with the city to go there. And that's unfortunate, and I'm saddened by that. I don't want that to take away from today's wonderfulness, but I want you to know, because the public's going to be asking, the first time there's a fire there and we're not there, when we can be there in 30 seconds, and it's going to take 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5, for the city to get there, that we know and we want to get this done. So, John, I say to you, I say to our brethren, it's not a matter that we can't get this done. It's a matter we need to get this done for the people of our community. A fire doesn't know whether it's in the city or the county, or a life could be in jeopardy. We have to get this done. I appreciate you being here, John. Thank you. I shows the support. With that, thanks, everybody. What we're going to do now is I want the magistrates, the elected officials, Jeff Hancock, all of you to come forward. We're going to hold a ribbon up, and we're going to cut it, and then we're going to take all of the elected officials and all of the county workers. We're going to take a step back behind all the firemen, and the firemen are going to cut a ribbon, and then we're going to enjoy this facility. Let's right now give a big round of applause for everyone that's involved in getting this done, and thank you all very much. Thank you for coming. We have a plaque, and you talk about timing. 11 o'clock this morning, the plaque came in. So let's unveil the plaque. If you all want to stand up and see the plaque. Two, three. Here we go. Okay. Yay!
Awesome.
Three.
Taking a picture.
Oh, he's clicking them out.
Yay!
One of the chief